Non-player characters, Matrix entities. The Matrix game of life is a mind game, a dream-like game, only happening in our minds. Like all other games, it has characters. In the Matrix, there are two categories of players co-playing in the game: player characters and non-player characters. Both categories of players are playing this game right now, playing the game the same way, on the same stage. Even though those two categories are totally different, there is apparently no difference between them. You cannot tell if this person is a player character or non-player character, they all look alike. This was determined in the agreement players' characters established before they enter the game. Types of non-player characters in the Matrix. Apart from player characters or players of source explained in previous video, in this game there are two types of non-player characters: soulless beings and Matrix entities. Those two types of non-player characters are quite different, but they have one major thing in common: they do not have souls. In this post I am going to discuss about Matrix entities, who are different from soulless beings explained in previous video. Matrix entities. Matrix entities are beings without souls but with awareness. They are those beings that are running the Matrix. They pay to come in this game to see what creators are doing, to enjoy the wonders of this game, and of course to harvest energy from players of source. As I mentioned earlier, those beings have awareness, while soulless beings and still sleeping players of source do not. They know why they are in the game, and they play according to what they agreed before entering the game. In the Matrix game of life, Matrix entities physically look like other types of players. Some are in the game as Matrix scripts for energy harvesting, while others pay to enter for their own interest, including to experience the game. In the physical realm, Matrix entities have their own bodies, and they have awareness as they run the Matrix. But they do not have souls. What to know about Matrix entities? Matrix entities are vastly found in the higher positions in politics, finance, religions, spirituality, entertainment, and science systems of this Matrix game of life. Particularity of this type of being is that they do not exist in the frequency plane level 5 and higher, as they do not have souls. The difference between Matrix entities and soulless beings is that soulless being scripts can be played on frequency level 5 and higher. Soulless being scripts have been designed to interact with players of source, who can be at all frequency levels. Soulless being scripts can be played on all frequency levels because they are just scripts, nothing attached behind except those empty bodies being grown for commercial purposes in the physical realm. Matrix entities, who are they? There is a wide range of Matrix entities, and they are known on many different names depending on who shared information about them. For example, all these kinds of beings vulgarized by the New Age movement. They can be called intraterrestrial or extraterrestrial, they can be called negative or positive entities. All those kind of beings in the conspiracy theories about ETs. They are all Matrix entities trying to seduce players of source to give them consent for the Matrix to harvest energy. Knowing that the Matrix is duality, those kinds of beings are on both sides of the Matrix. Named dark or light, good or bad, players of source should know that no one of them is benevolent, or beneficial for them. They are in the Matrix to do their business, so a player of source should maintain his or her focus on his or her own business, which to wake up and escape the game. The list of Matrix entities is endless, but here is some of Matrix entities that have been recently known, I would say advertised through conspiracies. Greys, Sasani, Arcturians, Nordics, Pleiadians, Yael, Anunnaki, Alpha Draconians, Reptilians, Nomos, etc. Matrix entities are found in low-frequency dimensions and areas of this game. These areas are considered energy harvesting vortexes, thus players of source are not advised to be in these places. Grill bars, where sex is purchased, etc. Think twice or ask your source self when you consider doing the following kind of jobs: fishing and hunting, butcher and bartender, police officer or solder. A player of source is required to quit conspiracies, magics, spirituality and religions. All those practices cited above are low-frequency practices that will drain from players of source tremendous amount of energy. Be careful if you are in the following fields: news media, entertainment business, sports and games, healthcare and politics. And ask your source self if you should really be there at this point in time. Remember, everything is permissible but not everything is beneficial for you as a player of source. Your energy is precious. Everybody else knows that, except you when you play against the rules of the game. The choice is yours. Note: players of Source are the only characters on this stage. Other beings are here to enhance players of Source game experiences. Before a player of Source wakes up, he/she is living in the low frequency level. He/she is like soulless beings. Except that he/she have a potential of Source self connection when he/she chooses to re-establish that connection. The Source self does not exist in the lower frequencies. To leave the lower frequency, a player of Source should play by rules of the game, and the starting point is to stop eating animals. How to know who is a player character? It is not possible to tell if someone is a player of Source or a soulless being. According to the game agreements, they all look the same in this game. Nothing in the Matrix can help you to identify who is a player character or a non-player character. The only way you can know the truth about that is to ask your source self. Furthermore, it does not really matter to know who is a player of Source or not. What matters is to play your game by rules, raise your frequency, connect to your source self, unlock your script, completing inner alchemy and escape the game. Along the way you will know how to read who is or who is not a player of Source.